Today, we have the two women in my life that are most important to me reacting to something that I did not expect to happen ever. And it's honestly really cool to be a part of this. And I hope for their reaction to be as crazy as mine was, which you'll see here in a little bit. But without further ado, I'm not going to do much stalling because I hate whenever people do it. And I'm sorry that I'm stalling right now by talking and me. You know I do it a lot.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
You know I do it a lot.
Show us.
Chocolate.
It's not chocolate. Give me another guess.
Animal.
A good check.
Okay. A good check is not about shout. Baby, what do you think? Actually, you know what it is. You know what it is. So I can't tell you. But
it's in my
Mom,
hand. So.
Do you have one more guess before I give it to you?
One more guess. Okay, it's gotta be something. Membership. Well. What about
okay, I'm just gonna give it to you.
Invitation letter to assist to world event on something?
Okay, it's in your hand, Mom.
It's in my hand. Okay,
open your eyes.
Hands. Okay, can I open it now?
Wow.
I'm on a magazine.
Oh my God.
Baby.
Yeah.
This looks
my
amazing.
Baby is in a magazine.
He's the cover of a magazine.
On the cover of a magazine.
And this is not made at the Universal Studios that you just buy and you just want to publish the way you want it. This is a real magazine.
Real one.
Yes.
Oh, neighborhoods of West Buda. Everyone in Buda is gonna have this.
West and East, both. Yeah. So all of Buda, which is my hometown, got a magazine where I'm the front cover of.
With your name on it.
With my name on it.
My baby's grown. Oh no, my baby shrunk.
He shrank. Oh, baby.
I love the pictures.
Mom, would you mind reading the article for us? And I just want to take a second to thank our sponsor for this video, Big Body. Big Body is a company that I started about a year ago to help people start living. One of the biggest things that helped me start to just building my self-confidence was these compression shirts. Now, these compression shirts help hold your loose skin, just fat in general. You go from a side profile from this to this. Now, if you want something to help your self-confidence, there'll be a link to this down in the description below. Now, back to the video.
Híjola, okay. In Spanish or in English?
Thankfully, English today.
Kidding. Okay. We have so many unique and interesting and amazing neighbors here, and 23-year-old Freddy Rojo is certainly one of those. With grit that could only have been inherited from his mom.
That's Mom.
That's me. Okay. His story is one of perseverance and determination. Yep, you're very stubborn when you want something and you make it happen. Freddy's mom, me, Olga Lucrecia Lucky Rodriguez, was born in Guatemala, yes. With just $20 in her pocket, she moved to the U.S. in the 1990s despite her family's disowning her in extreme opposition to this decision, with the dream of going to college with $20 in the pocket. Yep. And I did go to college. Vamos a ver. In California, Lucky worked full-time, earned, it wasn't the MBA, it was a bachelor's degree at Loyola Marymount. And then in lieu of the MBA, I got my broker's license. My real estate and mortgage broker's license.
Mom used
which
to be
is
a broker.
more profitable than the MBA. Okay, anyhow. She got married with his dad, created a highly successful real estate brokerage, and started a family. Freddy's dad became abusive and took over more than $400,000 from his parents.
My parents.
Oh,
so
from
me.
his parents.
I'm gonna popcorn. I'm gonna take over. Okay.
Espérame. Okay, hold on. He not only took all the money, but he took all of the agents, all of the production, all of the future clientele, which I thought was okay because I thought you guys were gonna be okay with all that, and we never saw a penny of it.
Okay,
so now you can take over.
I'm gonna go ahead and take over. Freddy's dad became abusive and took over $400,000 from his parents' shared business, and Lucky ultimately divorced him and brought Freddy and his older sister Christina here in 2007. My mother got her real estate license to try and get back into the game, but unfortunately she was not able to due to having to raise two children and work full time, Freddy explained.
His dad never paid child support, and he remembers a time where their family had to live on food stamps. There were also instances where the power, gas, and or internet would get turned off. Yep. But she did it. We made it, he exclaimed with pride for his hardworking mom. In order to help her make ends meet, Freddie began working at just 12 years old and has worked a full-time job since he was 17. As of January, he's working in real estate and content creation as and his mom has also re-entered the real estate world after completing a successful career with the IRS. Watching his mom overcome adversity is likely what spawned Freddie's sheer work ethic and also his willpower to lose over 300 pounds. You read that right. Freddie has lost 335 pounds. Freddie Roja has never really been small. He's 6'6" after all. His 6'6".
We'll measure him.
His eating habits were linked not only to celebration, reward, and comfort, but watching his mom often forego eating in order to feed him and his sister. He was very cognizant. That's a big ass word. God,
I know.
Cognizant of the fact that any food he was given could never be wasted. He was active in sports and constantly burned calories in the gym and on the field until he graduated from Hayes High School in 2018. Fun fact, Freddie was a member of the Santa Cruz Middle School first graduating class. Even with such a large, sturdy
And he was the biggest first graduating class because he was the tallest there too.
Even with such a large, sturdy frame to carry it, weighing more than 300 pounds was enough to exacerbate potential health risks. And that potential was realized when he broke his ankle in 2019. As many young adults do, Freddie had gained some weight after high school and became less physically active, but the broken ankle brought his activity to a grinding halt. $30 of fast food a day doesn't sound all that crazy, but when you rack up 10,000 plus calories in a single meal, that scale starts to tip pretty quickly. Freddie gained 100 pounds in the first post-injury year, and that snowballed to an additional 200 pounds at 6'15" in 2021. His doctor voiced some serious concerns. He told Freddie that his mom would outlive him at the rate he was going. And it was that precise moment that he came crashing down to rock bottom of his food addiction. At 20 years old, Freddie took his first step that very day by simply eating less. The next day, he started a workout routine. He credits the doctor's words that day with saving his life. And he doesn't take that for granted. His journey has been one of many highs and lows, but the lows didn't render him defeated. Documenting the process on Instagram was initially terrifying, but it has allowed others to cheer him on and his experiences have encouraged them to pursue their own weight loss journey. Yeah. In the first year after the life-altering doctor's appointment, 100 pounds were removed from the scale, a huge victory. More diet adjustments followed to reflect another 215 pounds lost, and Freddie built his physical endurance along the way. One of the greatest achievements was running 5 miles for the first time, and today he runs that distance multiple times a week. Cooking healthy and working out are some of his hobbies, and he also enjoys paddleboarding, playing video games, and watching movies. The Epoch Times wrote this about our neighbor earlier this year. For his next big milestone, Freddie is aiming to get weight loss surgery. He wants a body worth taking off his shirt at the beach. As a mom who has birthed 2 children, I want to take this opportunity to give some unsolicited motherly advice to him and anyone else in a relatable boat. We are our own greatest critics.
So be proud of those battle scars as proof of what you've endured to get your body where it's at today. Your body is not based on the way you look, and comparison is a thief of joy. You know, that's so beautiful because I am still fighting that battle of the comparison as well as just looking at my body and
trying to fight the body dysmorphia. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. I really appreciate just that little nugget, and unfortunately got me a little emotional, but it's true. It's very, very true. Comparison is not only the thief of joy, but it's also a breeding ground for disappointment, and expectations are as well. So I love that. I love that she said that.
First time I read this article, I ended up crying because of how much that did hit me when I first read this, because I didn't realize how far I've come, and how the amount of I don't know why I'll just play the I'll cut all that out, but
the effort that you have put into all this. I mean, this sounds so easy, but every single day I remember it was a struggle. You were measuring the food, you were trying this diet, you were trying to fast. I mean, you've worked really hard for 2 years nonstop.
Freddie keeps fighting, motivating, and inspiring. To paraphrase and optimize the wise words of the late Kulu, you're 23 now, but will you live to see 24? The way things is going, who knows? You have a big, bright, healthy future ahead of you. Thanks so much for sharing your journey with us. Neighbors, let's also live healthy and live... Okay, reader. Neighbors, let's also live healthily and live longer. Become one of at Freddie Rojo TX's 42,000 Instagram followers to cheer on his neighbors, on this neighbor of ours as he continues on his lifelong healthy lifestyle journey. His content ranges from raw to informative to hilarious, and I'm here for it all. As he once shared on his page, it's better to let the fruit rot in the trash can than in your body. And perhaps this little nugget of knowledge will stick with you as it has stuck with me since. And that's it.
So cute.
So my first physical newspaper, I was on a newspaper previously, but this was the first, yes. And that one was just like online, but this was my first physical one. So
Your first of many.
Yeah.
Now, I have to add, Freddie, that ever since you were little, you were so big. Disneyland, we
call
have...
me the fattest motherfucker alive.
No.
Thank you.
No. We're not talking big, the fat. We're talking big, the tall.
That too. Yeah.
We had the Disneyland pass to go every time, and Christina was 3, which was smaller than you, and you were 2. You were like a month before turning 2 years old, and the people at Disneyland almost didn't want you to pass free, because up to 2 you're free. And they kind of stop you and looked at me, and I said, believe me, he is almost 2 years old. This is our yearly passes. He's getting ready to buy one by December 2nd. And they looked at me like, we're not buying it. So I said, you know what? You don't have to believe me. Just talk to him and you see that he's still a baby. So they turn around and they say hi. And he go like, I did that. You were like 4 feet tall. Almost 2 years old, and you're like that. Like, oh, okay.
4 feet tall at 2.
I mean, you were very tall. I mean, they never.
Okay, but 4 feet tall is crazy.
No. I mean, I'm just kidding. But you were literally very tall. So they did. I mean, you were walking in, and you were tall, and they didn't think you were like less than 2 years old.
Yeah. Well.
But then when you said hi, they said hi, and you were like, I do that something. They believe that you were 2 years old.
So what do you guys think of the article?
It's great.
Love the article.
I think
that
it's
it
great.
Tells your background story. That it tells your background story and where everything like came from your childhood. Like,
It's really good.
Mom, what do you think?
I think that it's very motivational, but they should have mentioned something that it wasn't overnight and that it was a success story, like from the beginning, but you did like trial and error, and you did whatever was better for you. And I remember I took you to the doctor and I paid all the fees, and you said, Mom, trust me, we don't need this. Don't pay for this, because I'll have the willpower. I know myself. I'll do it myself by myself. And as much as I know you, love you, and trust you, I thought that's too much of like a big accomplishment for him to do it by himself. So I didn't doubt you, but I thought it was going to be too hard.
Early on in my weight loss journey,
And
she
you
took
did
me
it.
to a surgeon that did gastric bypasses, and I went to like 5 appointments to get a gastric sleeve, and I almost got one. But then I realized he wanted me to lose 50 or 60 pounds before I can do the surgery safely. And I was like, but if I can lose 50 to 60 pounds, why don't I just lose all of it? So that's what I ended up doing.
And the other thing is, I even pay for the support
Consultation
on
and
Facebook and everything. And I said, and when you said I can do it by myself, and I said, oh, Freddie, okay, I know you can do it by yourself, which I was wondering. I said, but get all the support people so that they can help you. And you didn't even need that. Your own support, mental support, and your motivation was the one that really did it.
Yeah. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for my mom and my girlfriend to be in this video. And I'm gonna leave it there. Don't forget to like and follow, and I'll see you guys next time.
I
Love you.
know. Congrats. That is so cute. I love it.